Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to one more installment of the San Dimas Wine Shop and Tasting Room video for the week of Spring into Wines. And we have got a lot of occasions coming up that certainly are food related, and of course, anytime you have food, wine follows, right? So let's go ahead and jump right into it with the Calicanto. This is a Spanish Verdejo. It is 100% Verdejo, and it is what they call it's a wine that is non-government regulated, so they can pick these grapes from pretty much anywhere in the country. What I like about this wine, I would describe it as kind of like a light, crispy wine. And the notes on this, I would definitely describe as something like orchard fruit as well as real citrusy. It's got that nice dry acidity. It's bone dry, and talk about going great with seafood on Good Friday. And next on our list is a great wine. I really love what Andrew Murray does. For those of you that know Andrew Murray wines, he was on the Rhone Ranger movement, and he does a lot of great wines out of Santa Barbara as well as Santa Maria, all the way up into Paso Robles. But this here is called This Is 11, and it's kind of a play on This Is Spinal Tap, because he's a big rock fan and always wanted to be a rock star, and this is kind of his tribute to that. But what he's relaunching here, because this has come out before and then it went away and now it's back again. This here is his Santa Maria Valley. This is his Pinot Noir, and I would probably describe this. And I was just tasting it just a few minutes ago, and it definitely is reminiscent of like cherries and strawberries. It's more fresh fruit than earthy. It's all done as Santa Maria fruit. It's a 100%. It's a blend of 5 clones of Pinot Noir. But talk about a great food wine. It's got good, bright acidity. And once again, for Good Friday, some people I know like to eat fish as well on Easter Sunday. This is a great grilled salmon or roasted salmon food wine. So please enjoy. And next on the list, we've got another great wine. This is 100% Tempranillo. This is done by the Bodegas Farina family. So Bodega is the house, and then Farina is the name that makes this wine. And like I said, it's 100% Tempranillo. And talk about great with food. For those of you that do grilled or roasted lamb on Easter Sunday, this is a great option for that. This here, I would say it's reminiscent, definitely. When I taste it, it certainly reminds me more of fresh fruit, but there's a little kiss of vanilla here at the end. But I would definitely describe it as like a red berry floral wine that's got a real nice kiss of vanilla from the oak. So it does have a decent level of oak anyway. All the grapes are sourced from northern Spain. And like I said, another great food wine, whether you're going to be grilling steaks. Sometimes people do that on Easter Sunday too. But if you're a lamb eater on Easter Sunday, this is where you want to go. And next is a wine that comes from Happy Canyon, Santa Barbara. How can you not like a wine that comes from Happy Canyon? That would be East Santa Barbara County. And this is the house that makes this is Westerly. This is their 2012 Côte Blonde. And this is a blend of 87% Syrah and 13% Viognier. I know a lot of people will say, well, I didn't know that white wine and red wine were blended, but it's done commonly in the south of France, as well as done here as a tribute, I think, especially when you're getting into this valley, whether it's Santa Barbara or Paso Robles, you'll oftentimes see that blend, and Viognier and Syrah are commonly blended. But what I think is even more interesting is that these are co-fermented, because a lot of times when you're blending wine, you're pressing the juice on each side. You got the white juice and the red juice, and then it's blended at the very end. But what's happened here is you're taking the grapes and you're co-fermenting it. Well, there's no way to separate it out if the blend didn't come out good. And you really have to be in touch with the grapes in order to be able to do that correctly. And what the co-fermentation does is it does this really nice integration of flavors, and you can definitely taste this. It's got spicy notes, but then it's got that dried apricot that's really coming through from the Viognier. So I think it's really well done, and talk about a winner with grilled meats and anything that's roasted on the heavier side. All right, and second to last here, we have got a great Cabernet that's made by B.R. Cohn. This is their 2014 Cabernet Sauvignon. This is their silver label North Coast. So North Coast is everything from the Golden Gate Bridge in north all the way through Mendocino County. And what we've got here is a blend of 88% Cabernet Sauvignon and 12% Merlot. It's all done in French oak, and definitely reminiscent. And I'm gonna just take a good whiff. So there's definitely some cassis, some black cherry with this real nice kind of savory mint quality to it. And I'm gonna taste it, but from what I remember, the tannins on this are really soft. Yeah, they're really soft and silky, and it's got good acidity, which of course is going to make it another great food wine. Man, but talk about corned beef and cabbage coming up this week. I think it's Thursday that we've got St. Patty's Day. Oh, I would pick up a few of these bottles. If you're going to be doing corned beef and cabbage at home, whether you're just doing it for your family or whether you're going to be doing it for a group of people, by all means pick up this wine. This is a great food pairing with that. And last but not least is a wine that's made by the Rabble Wine Company, which is the Force of Nature. By the way, they also bring us the Tooth and Nail label, which we've sold, and it's been super popular here at the shop. But this here is their 100% Zinfandel. This is made by Force of Nature, which is part of the Rabble Wine Group. This is out of Paso Robles. It comes from their Mossfire Ranch vineyard, which is in Paso, of course. 100% Zinfandel. 12 months on oak. 20 of the 12 months on oak, 20% is brand new French oak for that real refined flavor, and then just to soften it up, 80% of it is third-year American oak. But just really, what a great wine. There's a little bit of a grippy tannin to it, but that's just going to tell you, especially for fatty foods, I would definitely be pairing that over these next couple of weeks with any of the dishes that you're going to be doing. But definitely notes. Let's just have a look at this. Spicy notes, definitely raspberry, some lavender. Like I said, the tannins aren't super silky. There is a little bit of grip to it, but I think that's an absolute plus when you're talking about pairing something that's going to go with meats. Speaking of Rabble wines, we are going to be having them here April 12th through 17th. We're going to have a gentleman from Rabble Wines by the name of Drew Stapp, and he will be here with us on Tuesday, which that would be the second day of the tasting or the first day of the tasting. I'll be doing some tapas to go along with the flight, and the reason we put this on is just to give you a little bit of a preview of what's up and coming, because talk about a great wine, and their whole portfolio, Force of Nature. We're going to be doing their Chardonnay, which I think is absolutely amazing. I think we're going to be doing a Sauv Blanc, and there's some other wines there that I can't remember just right off the bat. But you're in for a real treat. Next on the list to talk about is our wine class. This is our last week. Thank you, everybody, for your continued support. I just can't express my gratitude. Next up, just so you know, the popular theme that everybody's been asking for is learning how to do blind tasting. So I'm going to spend 3 weeks with you, 3 consecutive weeks, in which we're going to be smelling components so that you can go, and then we're going to learn where those components come from, and then through a process of elimination, we are going to show you how to hopefully pick a wine and know where it came from and get a vintage within a few years. So that's up and coming. I don't have the dates on that yet, but that'll be at least a month, probably 2 away. So just keep your ears out for that. We've got Tapas Tuesday coming up on March 22nd. That goes from 5 to 8. Don't know what the dishes are, but they will be posted. And then keep in mind, we've also got the beer tasting, in which we'll be doing some traditional beer food, and that's coming up on April 3rd from noon to 4. That's on a Sunday. So a lot of cool things coming up. Also, we've got some wine dinners coming up in the next couple of weeks that I know Christine is working on, and Cooper's also been working on. So a lot of cool things coming up from here through the summertime. And once again, thank you again for your patronage, and we look forward to seeing you this week. Cheers, everyone.